Hello, this is the board game Slay the Oly Dragon. It is a role-playing game meant to be fast to set up, quick to learn, and enjoyable for both newcomers and those more experienced with the genre. The goal of the game is to be the first person to traverse the dangerous path to the dragon's lair and slay him. Along the way, you'll encounter monsters, collect weapons, and gain new abilities to help with your quest. First, we'll begin with setup. Pull out the game board and unfold it on the table. The path begins at the town and winds back and forth until finally reaching the dragon's lair. It gets steadily more difficult as indicated by the color changing from green to yellow to red. Shuffle each card deck and place them onto their respective spots on the game board. Loot cards are weapons or spells that will help you fight monsters encountered or the dragon at the end. Encounter cards may be monsters to fight, shortcuts to move extra spaces forward, or obstructions forcing you to move back. Next, place a token for each player participating in the game at the start. Up to 4 players may play at once. That's it, setup is done. The game comes with a thorough rule sheet, but the rules are straightforward enough to be included directly on the board itself. Also, each card lists out exactly what it does. Youngest player goes first. Since we aren't blocked by a monster, we roll 1 dice to determine how many spaces to move. After moving, we pull an encounter card. A monster! The color of the space determines the required attack from the card. Since we're on a green space, we need a 5. If we were on yellow, it'd be 7. If we were on red, it'd be 9. Roll 2 dice to attack. If we had any weapons or spells, we could use them as well. We rolled a 6, so the monster is defeated. We discard the monster to the bottom of the encounter deck and pull a loot card. Great luck, it's a weapon. Now all future attacks will add +1 to the attack roll. Our turn is complete. On to the next player. The next player rolls 1 dice to move and again pulls an encounter card. This time it's a shortcut. They get to move forward 1 space, but that's the end of their turn. Our turn again, we roll for movement and pull an encounter card. As the game progresses, we're hopefully getting a weapon and some spells that help us on our journey. We roll for movement again and pull an encounter card. Since we're now on a yellow space, the encounter with the monster is more difficult. We roll 2 dice to attack. Our attack roll is 3, +1 for the weapon totals 4, but that's still not enough to defeat the monster. We have a spell that gives us +2 on the attack or an invisibility spell to sneak past the monster. But the path only gets harder and we're trying to conserve for more difficult battles later, so we decide not to use them. On to the next player. The next player moves and advances further down the map. Back to our turn. Since we didn't defeat the monster, we cannot roll for movement this turn. Instead, we roll the dice to attack again. Our attack roll this time is 5, +1 from the weapon, totaling 6. Still not enough. We don't want to fall too far behind other players, so we use the invisibility spell to sneak past the monster. The monster gets discarded to the bottom of the encounter deck, and the invisibility spell gets discarded to the bottom of the loot deck. Since we snuck past rather than killed the monster, we don't get to collect a loot card. However, we will be able to move at the start of our next turn. There is no limit to the number of spell cards that can be used in a single turn. I'll now demonstrate an extreme example of spell usage. We've made to the dragon with quite a few loot cards in hand, but the dragon requires an attack of 11. We roll 2 dice, but end up with a very low 4. Even with our weapon, lightning, and ice blast, we still don't have enough, so we cast a luck spell and re-roll. This time we get a 7. 7 +1 from the weapon, +2 from lightning, +1 from ice blast, totals 11. We've used all our spells, but defeated the dragon. Here are the many encounters and items you may get on your quest. Just a few final notes. Only 1 weapon can be wielded at a time, so if we already had a weapon we pull a loot card with another weapon, we should immediately discard one of them. Spells may be used once then immediately discarded to the bottom of the loot deck, and some spells such as Smite and Invisibility don't work on the dragon. Have fun, and good luck on your adventure.